Hi everyone, Dr. David Kulla here with Synergy Wellness, and we're going to talk today about what causes a hiatal hernia. So we have a patient here that's been treating for hiatal hernia, and we had done the hiatal hernia maneuver, right?
Yes.
Some people call it the hiatal hernia release. It's a manual technique. It is the only technique that corrects a hiatal hernia non-surgically. Okay, there's only 3 treatments out there for a hiatal hernia, acid reflux GERD, and that is surgery, which cannot be reversed once it's done, and oftentimes they fail after 5 years, and then omeprazole, which is Prevacid, Nexium, Prilosec, Pepcid, things like that, and then this maneuver. So we did the hiatal hernia maneuver on her. How many times did we do it on you?
I think this is going to be the 4th session.
The 4th. So after 2 sessions, her symptoms went away completely, right?
Yes.
So her symptoms, well, why don't you tell them what your symptoms were? Because there's a host of different symptoms.
The shortness of breath and the fullness in the top of my stomach are the 2 biggest symptoms that I have.
Yeah, so a lot of people, what prompts them to go get help is the GERD, the acid reflux. That's probably the worst symptom of all. And you had that too, right?
Absolutely. Every single day.
Yeah, so she had acid reflux GERD, but that wasn't as bad. She was having a lot of bloating and pain in the stomach and difficulty breathing. So also very common symptoms of a hiatal hernia. So what I want to discuss is what causes a hiatal hernia, because she did great. After our second treatment, all the symptoms were gone. Then she reherniated the stomach. So hiatal hernia is a stomach herniation through the diaphragm, okay? And what happened was she went and picked up a heavy box of perfumes, and reherniated that. So a couple of things to talk about. What causes a hiatal hernia? Well, it can be a weak diaphragm, but it can also be poor posture like this, where you're dropping your diaphragm down, hunching, right? Or scoliosis in this region of the spine right here. And that can make you more susceptible to a hiatal hernia. Weak diaphragm also, so being a chest breather. But the biggest things, the biggest reasons why people herniate the stomach through the diaphragm are heavy lifting without proper breathing, okay? So if you bend down like this, that's hunching, right? You're dropping your diaphragm down. You go bend down to pick up something heavy and you're not breathing. That's like 3, that's 3 bad things to aggravate a hiatal hernia. The bending, the not breathing because you're building up abdominal pressure there, and then the lifting of the heavy item without the breathing, right? So you want to make sure you're breathing properly when you're weightlifting, squatting. For any of you bodybuilders out there, hiatal hernias are really common with weightlifters. People that have to lift a lot of heavy stuff, bend down and lift a lot of heavy stuff. People that have constipation. Yes, if you strain on the toilet, that can create a hiatal hernia too. So you want to make sure you're changing your diet so you're not straining, okay? And again, when you're weightlifting or picking up a heavy box, or your child even, you want to make sure that you have good posture and that you're not bending here, but that you're bending at the legs. So you want to bend your knees and pick your child up or pick that box up, okay? Stand with the item between your legs, or the child between your legs, and slightly forward, and bend the knees without bending your back. And that's going to help prevent a hiatal hernia, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do the hiatal hernia maneuver on Shoshana here. Put your head right in the center for me. Okay, turn over on your back. So she has a little bit of a rotation at T6 through T9, the vertebra that that create nerve supply to the diaphragm. So I'm going to correct that. Cross your arms in front of you like this. Tuck your chin down. Take a deep breath in. Come on up, half a sit up. Good, and blow all the way out. Okay. All right. You okay?
Yes.
All right. Put your head right in the center for me. Yeah. And you can relax your arms and bend your knees here. Okay, folks. So for those of you watching, this is one of the 3 techniques for acid reflux, GERD, hiatal hernia. This is the only non-invasive technique. The other ones are surgery and drugs. This is non-surgical, non-pharmaceutical, safe. There are no side effects to it, but if you have an ulcer, you might want to be a little careful. Or if you had lap band surgery to lose weight, there are certain things, a type 3 or a type 4 hiatal hernia, this would not be effective. But 90 to 95% of hiatal hernia cases are type 1 sliding hernia, which is what this technique is for. We've also done this technique on people with type 2 paraesophageal hiatal hernia and had really great results with this. But type 3 and 4, I don't recommend having this done. But for 90% of you watching this, you have a type 1 sliding hiatal hernia, just like she does. And why don't you tell people, it's not painful when I do it, right?
Just a little discomfort, but it's not painful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like anybody would have if somebody was sticking their thumb in your stomach, you know. The first time is always the most difficult. So we're going to get right up under that rib. I'm going right into the xiphoid process, getting right up under the rib, grasping onto the stomach, and then scooping it down. I know you heard that, Shoshana. And I don't know if you guys heard that. Maybe I'll put the microphone by her stomach. But you could hear gurgling. You could hear that stomach sliding down. So if you don't mind, we're going to go ahead. I don't know if you guys heard that, but you could hear the stomach slip right down, and she felt that, and so did I. Yes. So there you have it, folks. If you have a hiatal hernia, if you have acid reflux GERD, and you haven't tried this, stop the omeprazole. Stop considering surgery. Try this first. Not second, not third, but first. And you're going to see that you have probably a 90 to 95% probability of getting through this without the drugs or the surgery, okay? Just like she is. So I'm going to have you roll over to your side and come up that way. We just don't want her to sit up and do a sit-up right now. I would never recommend anybody to do sit-ups after this is done, okay? Thanks for tuning in, and let me know if you have any questions or comments. Comment below. Thank you guys so much. If you got anything from this video, or even if you just like this view of the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building, give me a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Appreciate you guys.